Hello, my name is Serena Chapman, and I will be summarizing our second group meeting. I will be discussing what is telecommunications, my experience and insight in telecommunications, and some of the responsibilities that we were able to take on in our group in our second Google Hangout meeting. So first, we discussed what is telecommunication. Some of us knew what it was through stating some career options that you can have within the major, but we did not have a general definition of what telecommunication is. So next, we decided to take on responsibility. So some of us decided to, while we were in our Google Hangout conversations, to go online and look up telecommunications. A lot of us used the YSU homepage and went through the majors and went on the telecommunication homepage to kind of get a general definition of what telecommunication is, and we expressed that to some of our group members. I personally was able to major in telecommunications in the spring of 2016. But I only majored in it because I wanted to become a news broadcaster. So I never really went into detail about what telecommunication is. And I personally only took 2 classes within a major. So I really didn't have like a general understanding of what it was to discuss it with my group members. But I was also able to give insight into why students major in telecommunications. Why is it becoming more popular? I know for me personally, from the students that I were able to ask and the groups that I was in telecommunication and some of the things that we discussed, a lot of students major in telecommunications for on-screen or off-screen purposes. So for example, if you're comfortable with being on screen, if you're comfortable with speaking into the camera or speaking with other people, meeting new people, if you love to travel and things like that, you can be on screen. And you can also travel too. You can travel to different places. If you're working with news companies, they may have you go to different cities, different states around the world. They may even ask you to go to a different country just to cover a news story and talk about it, which is really cool. And that's why a lot of students are attracted to the major. Other possibilities could be off screen. So if you want, you can be a director, you can do things like that, and you can still travel as a director. You just won't have to be on screen and have to deal with that stage fright that we sometimes get when we are speaking in front of a camera. We were also able to take on more responsibility so that we can go further in our discussion in our third group meeting. So some of us decided to email some of our professors that we previously took or that we were taking right now to ask them if they had more information about telecommunication so that we can start our campaign. And some of us even asked some of our friends that we know that were majoring in telecommunications to see if they knew more about what telecommunication is and what it consists of so that we can successfully do a campaign. Next, we will be discussing why students discover telecommunication. And we are going to be focusing on the social media aspect and how that comes into play into how the students discover telecommunications.